Welcome to qualifying. Welcome to the third race here at Watkins Glen of the iRacing NASCAR AI series. Because of the disaster that Watkins Glen has brought upon us from last week, we are changing every restart to single file for the road courses. The drivers all voted on it, and it was agreed upon after a test race here with double file proved to be deadly. Hopefully the single file restarts will make racing cleaner, says the president of this series, which is me, of course. So something interesting happened during qualifying. John Smith, the iRacing car, you see him in 37th, right? He wrecked out during his qualifying run. He's still on lap 2. But let's see what happened to him. He was on his second lap here. I guess he did okay. But yeah, he overshot coming out of the corner. And tried to rejoin, but yeah, just slammed the ball. Had to tow it. But pretty much everyone else is done with lap 4. I'm pretty sure some others went off the track too. Who's this? Justin Haley. Denny Hamlin's shown with a lot of damage. Let's see what happened to him. Ooh, this happened during his third and final lap. He's gonna be starting in 7th. He locked up his brakes in turn 1. So it looks like turns 1 and 2 are gonna be death corners. Went off track here. I mean, he was fine. I don't know where he got all the damage from. Did he get loose? Oh yeah, he overshot this corner and hit the tire barrier. And with that, we're gonna advance the session. So, it looks like William Byron is gonna win the pole with a 49.476. I'm not even kidding. 49.476. That's actually pretty fast for a line lock.
One to go. Next time by. Line up on the right side.
Why? Oh, why are we double file here? I changed it to single file. Oh, they're gonna line up single file. Alright. Or at least that's what I hope. But Byron. So your starting lineup here is gonna be Bowman, Byron, Blaney Harvick, Logano Dillon, Hamlin Boyer, Austin Dillon and Ricky Stenhouse, Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson and Brad Keselowski, Matt Benedetto and Montrez Jr., Suarez in the 21, Disick in the 20, the 1, the 8, Almirola and Wallace. We're going to throw a quick caution here once the pace car comes in, because you know there's going to be a lot of death here. So I guess they're supposed to line up double file? I don't know. But once we take the green flag, we're gonna immediately throw yellow, so that we're gonna have a single file restart. And hopefully nobody wrecks out when we're lining up for the caution.
Green flag. Green flag. Caution. Yellow flag.
And yeah. So the initial green flag run cannot have a the initial green flag run cannot have a whatchamacallit. Oh, did they already rack? They already racked. But the initial green flag run cannot be, will be double file. But but every caution after that will have a single file restart. No, it looks like everyone survived, thankfully. I mean, I hope nobody's dead. This is to ensure that... Oh my god. The pace car picked up on Kyle Busch. Who are all gonna get the wave around, by the way? So I guess half the field is at a disadvantage, is what I'm hearing. But it looks like everyone did survive the first couple laps without any harm. So what this means is that once they wave around, I'm gonna delay the restart so that everyone is gonna have me go up to. Why are they pitting? But I was gonna say that so that everyone has an equal opportunity. But all of the leaders are gonna decide to pit here. So I guess some people are gonna start this race a lap down if Haley, Landon Castle, and Matt Tift and iRacing and Papyrus. If they all decide to, if they all get passed by William Byron, then... Oh! William Byron has a bad pit stop. There we go. Yeah, he just had a bad pit stop, so... It doesn't look like... Oh, yeah, Haley's gonna get clapped here by Ryan Blaney. Everyone else will restart on the lead lap, though. But it's gonna be it's gonna be 2 to green this time by. I don't know why the pace car picked up on Kyle Busch, who did pit. So yeah, we gotta start each race with the caution because of the pandemonium. But what this should result in is 30 something laps of green flag racing. The pace car lights are gonna be out on this lap, but they're gonna be back on once all of the trapped cars go past. Like, Brad Keselowski is in 13. Why is Truett stopping? There we go. I can't tell why he's hesitant to go.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
Yeah, Justin Haley is going to be the only one trapped a lap down. As you see, Chase Elliott is about to catch up to the tail of the field. And Ryan Blaney, the 6th car, he's going to be the first car in line. But the 6th car in line, oh yeah, this is the tricky area. And then the Papyrus car is going to go around. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to have the whole field. I have to do this again.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
So Justin Haley is lapped. So he's actually... So Joey Logano's the guy in second. After a round of pit stops made by the leaders. Oh, most of the field was got back up, but I wanted to ensure that it's a fair process for all the drivers, as people are still halfway behind. So your restart order is going to be Ryan Blaney. Oh. Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, Austin Dillon, Alex Bowman, Kevin Harvick, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Clint Boyer, Willie D, and Ty Dillon in 10th. Then we have Chase Elliott, Larson, Keselowski, DiBenedetto, Truex, Suarez, Newman, 21, Menard, Kurt Busch, 37 of Priest, Eric Jones, your Watkins Glen winner, LaJoy, Almirola, Hemrick, Priest, that's Priest, 37 was Busher, 43 of Wallace, and yeah, I'm surprised Kyle Busch, decided to, I'm surprised Kyle Busch didn't have a good qualifying. Oh no, he did, but I guess he pitted. Because he was the first car trapped behind. That's interesting. Anyways, with the single file restart, let's hope the racing here is cleaner. The pace car is going to come in, and after nearly 10 minutes of pacing and sorting things out, we're going to have 35 minutes of green flag racing, hopefully. And Ryan Blaney is going to lead us
Green
to
flag,
green.
green flag.
Lots of scrambling around mid-pack, but Ryan Blaney is going to complete the first 2 corners, and Joey Logano is off track. Multiple people off track. Wow. So Ryan Blaney still has a bit of a lead. Oh, yeah. Lots of crashing going on in the background. Bernard hits the wall. This race is going to be based off survival. Survival of the fittest, as Chase Elliott is off. But no stoppage on track. And it looks like actually Dillon is going to lead. As Dillon is going to lead after lap 1. As some others are pitting, Dillon stays out. Bowman's going to go off track. Many of the back markers who didn't pit under that caution. Yeah, there's Bowman who was in second, and there's Kligerman. So the first section of the course is going to be tricky for a lot of drivers, as they're going to have to overcome each lap. Like, they're going to have to knock overshoot in each lap, which can be hard for the AI. Austin Dillon about to go into lap traffic as two people on pit road, Chase Elliott and Ty Dillon, who were both actually running up in the top 15. As we go through the leaderboard, 25 people are in the lead lap. I think, as you see, Eric Jones, oh no, your Watkins Glen winner is gonna sit on the tire barriers as more people come into pit road. Stenhouse goes off track, he saves it, everything's fine, and it's gonna be William Byron, your pole sitter, versus Austin Dillon. But let's see what happened to pretty much everyone on the restart. Brad Keselowski was leading, but now he's in 17. Or was he? No, it was Blaney that was leading. So this is where everyone went off. What happened to Blaney? Did he just pit? Oh no! He overshot that corner and hit the fence. That's how he lost the lead. And yeah, this doesn't look like a good situation. People are sharing pit stalls. Matt Tifft is off track. Corey LaJoy, who was in 4th, was stopped. Stenhouse goes off track again. Chase Elliott's a modified. Chris Buescher's doing well as others pit, like Joey Base. Possibly for damage. Chris Buescher is running in 3rd. As Kyle Larson, who was in 2nd, is going to overshoot and flip. Not flip. He's going to overshoot. Oh no. Well, that's off track, so I can't throw a caution for that. That's Chris. Oh, that was a nice save McDowell. 920 for teammate David Reagan. That would have really ended poorly. And David Reagan's gonna hit the tire barrier. Ouch. Almost collects Chris Buescher. Hopefully nobody hits him. Why isn't he towing? The next guy back is Brad Keselowski, and he towed it in time before he got there. Keselowski running in 19. Many cars still on pit road after that mess. Aric Almirola is going to lose it in front of leader Austin Dillon. Wow. These AI are not ready for Lime Rock. But Austin Dillon, after William Byron makes a mistake, is going to have a 4-second lead on Chris Buescher. Speaking of Byron, let's see what happened to him. Oh, he was side by side with McDowell off of pit road and tried to gave him too much room. Spun around, and yeah. As he's sharing a pit stop with Justin Haley. You have Cody Ware, who just pitted. I think a lot of these pit stops were 4 tires and fuel. Yeah, not that many cars are on track right now. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll count, who should we call it? This guy has 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 cars on track. And only 10 of those are in the lead lap. Chris Buescher is actually sort of gaining on Austin Dillon. He was at least 5 seconds back, but now he is 3.6. He's catching Austin Dillon every lap. Oh, Austin Dillon goes wide! Your race leader goes wide and spins! Into the track surface! Buescher avoids him, and Buescher will get the race lead! Oh no, I think Almirola just got collected. Almirola, who was in the lucky dog position, I think made contact with Austin Dillon. watch out there. There we go. Contact with Austin Dillon. And yeah, now he's not in the lucky dog anymore. Chris Buescher will be your race leader. Oh, and Kyle Busch is stopped on the track. Hopefully he doesn't collect anymore. And he tows it. Let's see what happened to him. The 2018 champion. And yeah, there was stoppage on track actually. I did not see that. I would have thrown a caution for that. Oh, Austin Dillon just decided to stop. Kyle Busch trying to regain. Just stopped it. Just overshot. So did Hamlin, reacting to Kyle Busch, which made Chastain stop. 52 go into him, and yeah, I think all three of these cars told it. Oh, and Kurt Busch for the final kill. Who's on pit road? You see Martin Truex Jr. here. He's in 27th. And only 5 cars are in the lead lap. This is definitely survival of the fittest, as Michael McDowell is off track. Alright, thought Papyrus hit the wall. This definitely does not have enough pit stops for 40. That's what I learned. Here's Daniel Hemrick going by. He's the last car in the lead lap in 5th place, 41 seconds behind. As Chris Buescher gets the lead. He's running pretty consistent laps, 51.3. I mean, it's a little bit off, but if you're leading by 16 seconds, you have every right to go a couple seconds off pace. The 52, who was involved, decides to stay out, and JJ Yaley is gonna be 4th. I'm not even kidding. He's in 4th position. As he goes across the start-finish line, he's going to have 51.8 lap time. More Sparklight drivers, Alex Bowman, who started in 2nd, goes down to 21st. He is currently 6 laps down. Oh, and there is stoppage on the track. Johnson has to stop, but it's out of the racing line. It's out of everyone's way. Yep, it's out of everyone's way. No caution. We are going to see what happened, though. What happened with Fred Jones? I think he just stopped. Oh no, he overshot it and hit the tire barrier. Watch this. Bam! He was well off the racing service. But, oh, maybe he wasn't. But those 3 cars got by fine. Maybe not, Corey LaJoie. McDowell gets in it. LaJoie was running in 2nd and Jimmy Johnson was running in 3rd. That's very unfortunate. Is Buescher still here? Yeah, Buescher's still here. But I want the spotlight on JJ Yaley, who's currently in 2nd place, battling Daniel Hemrick. We are currently 20 minutes into this race almost. It's not even halfway through. And 3 cars are in the lead lap. Isn't that just amazing? Like, honestly. I mean, to me, that's amazing. How the AI here is so bad, as Hemrick's gonna overshoot. Will he save it, though? Ooh, no, he doesn't. He spins right in front of Larson. Yeah, you cannot overshoot turn 1. Like some of these guys are about to do. Chase Elliott. He's lucky from that, but Joey Gase, nice car control there. But William Byron, your pole sitter, in 13th. He was 6 laps down, but he just sits right here. Let's see what happened to him. He just overshot turn 1 entirely. Just went off track and oh, hits the tire wall very hard there. He was on new tires too. And Busher is still alive. But now that means only 2 cars in the lead lap. Him and JJ Yaley. Your lucky dog obviously is going to be Daniel Hemrick. Okay, but look at this. 2 cars in the lead lap, 1 car about to be lapped. 2 cars a lap down, that is Hemrick and Almirola, who we haven't talked about all day. But yeah, Almirola is in 4th. Ross Chastain, who finished in 4th at the Glen, is sitting in 5th. He can have 2 top 5s in a row if provided he doesn't mess up at any point in the race needing to tow. Joey Gase, who we saw heading in the pits a couple times, is in 6th. LaJoy, who's sitting in pit road, was in 2nd, had a pretty strong run, but sits in pit road in 7th. So is Jimmy Johnson. Stopped after the calamity of that. Austin Dillon, who was your leader, is on pit road, 6 laps down. But yeah, the majority of the field is 10 laps down or more. So, not many people on track. As we see Rick Ware Racing teammates. Looks like Cody Ware's... Oh no! They spin each other out! Cody Ware spins out JJ Yaley. JJ Yaley was in 2nd place, as he's gonna get lapped. Why would they do that? Cody Ware just spun out his own teammate, who was in 2nd place. I mean, sure, he only loses 1 position from that. But that was a bonehead move if I've ever seen one. He just spun him out. Chris Buescher is the only car in this field that has not made a mistake yet. And we're like barely halfway in. We're not even halfway in yet. Out of the 40 cars we have here, Chris Buescher has never made a mistake. That's what I call... That's pretty impressive. I mean, they're on lap 23, and every car has ran 7 laps because of caution. As we see David Reagan come off the pit road, he was 12 laps down, he did a couple laps on the green. See how he fares here, he does well there. And Hemrick's gonna pull off! Hemrick's gonna overshoot the first corner again! Will he get back going? He plans to. Let's see if he rejoins behind or ahead of the 52. Oh, he rejoins right in front of him! They're side by side for 2nd. Oh, that makes Yaley almost got into the grass there. They rejoin right in front of each other. And we have a battle for position out here on track. JJ Yaley with a beaten up Mustang. And Daniel Hemrick with the pretty clean Chevy. He just overshot turn 1 a couple times. You see Reagan, who just came out of pit road, headed into pits. I think they were looking at a couple of adjustments there before he stepped back out on track. Ross Chastain doing pretty decently for himself. He's in 5th place, 3 laps down, so he pitted. But while the top 3 were making mistakes, here's Almirola silently creeping in 4th. If any of the top 3 make a crucial mistake, he is going to be the leader. As David Reagan, who just pitted, actually went off track. Good thing he saved the car. Newman, Truex. This is where people die. Off of turn 1, and into this turn. They get into the grass and overshoot it trying to pass someone. Almirola is actually... Oh, and Reagan's going to park it. Off track. No caution. Did he hit something? I think he just parked it for the heck of it. He saw where he was. 13 laps down. Oh no, he just overshot it and hit the gate. I thought he just parked it. Yeah, to get out of Almirola's way, knowing that. That sucks. You see Newman there, he's in 20th. 13 laps down. Promenade is the Promenade you see here has a. He's in dead last. He's a lap behind everyone. But let's see what happened to him on the restart. So they wrecked behind him. Actually, no, they didn't. Everyone died in turn 1. Like, everyone died in turn 1. Everyone died in this corner. Oh, yeah, that's what we saw. Promenade just died. But, just out of context. Like, just out of curiosity here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is a junkyard. These drivers, some of these drivers actually overshot to one, like Cody Ware, that are back out on track because they didn't have that much damage. And it looks like Cody Ware is going to pit from the 6th position. I don't know if he had damage or what, but... And the 52's in pit road! Oh no! I don't know if it was routine pit stop, or if he had damage. No, it was just a routine pit stop. Alright, that's interesting. So I guess drivers run out of fuel here easily. But Ross Chastain actually gained a lap. Did this guy pit too? Yeah, this guy pit too. Chris Buescher actually pit. Alright. That makes sense now, since, But now that they pitted for tires, their tires must be cold. So, these drivers spent the majority of the race on warm tires. So I believe more drivers will make mistakes here. We are 27, about to be 28 minutes into this race. So these drivers have, I want to say, 17 more minutes of this. And your leader, Chris Buescher, is going to come up into some lap traffic here of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Ron Truex Jr., who overshoots it, almost hits the fence. Oh, look at Stenhouse. Very, very close call for him. But he's going to have to move out of the way. Because Chris Buescher is not going to be happy. There are rumors aboard that Chris Buescher is going to move into the 17 next year. And he actually might. He has a good chance of doing so. As Buescher passes Stenhouse. Without overshooting. Pretty impressive to run that line without overshooting. Papayo's car in 20, shown in 28, 18 laps down. I guess they didn't give up. Never gave up yet. Pretty good for him. Newman and... Oh, he almost... Joey Gase is going very slowly around the track. He's in 6th place, but he's going slower than... Just look at the speed difference. Yeah, he's pitting. Something had to have happened. As we see Truex Jr. I think... Oh no, Truex Jr. just died! He hit the pit. Oh my god, that is embarrassing. Truex Jr. running in the top 10. overshot this corner, bam into the tires, and thought that it was a good idea to pit. Missed the pit road entry and hit the pit road tires. I mean, you can't make this up. The comedy from this race has been pretty top notch. Drivers sharing pit stalls, people overshooting turn 1 and just wrecking themselves. I don't think we've ever seen a flip. As we see, Joey Logano just stopped and someone overshoots it. I think that's John Smith. No, it's Pius. Has to be. Wow, pretty. Papyrus came out of pit road a couple of laps ago and was trying to get used to the car, but just overshot. We still see Chris Buescher leading by over a lap. And I think, is that who I think it is? That's Eric Jones behind him, the Watkins Glen winner. He wants to get as many points as possible because I think he's the series points leader, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Eric Jones is the series points leader, followed by Stenhouse and Truex. And I think that's Reagan that stopped up there. Reagan having multiple bad runs. He was 6th place in the standings, not doing well. He was in 23rd, but yeah, not going to be a good points day for him. So, trail of cars here though. JJ Ailey locks up his brakes. Barely overshoots that corner. He's able to keep it back going. He is one of 2 cars that are a lap down. Or just 1 lap down, I meant. As behind him are Ty Dillon, who is 26th, 20 laps down. Who started in 6th, by the way. And Ryan Preece. Known for being good at road courses, but is 29th, 22 laps down. So he recently got back into the track, I believe. But there's just nothing stopping Chris Buescher so far. We have 13 minutes left in this race. And just nothing stopping him. I mean, he can make a mistake at any point. But if everything goes well for him, I mean, even if he spins out, let's just say he spins out off of turn 1, overshoots it, doesn't collect anyone, loses maybe 20 seconds. That's not worth a lap and a half. Speaking of overshooting, Eric Jones. Oh, right into Keselowski. Eric Jones and Keselowski just made contact off that corner, and I think both are gonna stop at the track. There's no way. Okay, Keselowski parks it off track, thankfully. But Eric Jones, we just saw just hit that wall. And is gonna have to pit. Daniel Hemrick is shown in 2nd place, just crossing the start-finish line. He's had a pretty decent race so far. I mean, he overshot turn 1 a couple of times, leading him to become lapped. And yeah. And then here's Stenhouse in 10th. Stenhouse moves up to the top 10. Byron near posted is in 21st. We saw him make a couple crucial mistakes today. And JJ Yaley, wow, got wrecked by his own teammate, and then overshot a corner, and then hits the wall in one of the corners. There's actually a pretty good battle going on here for 4th. We got Ross Chastain, Jimmy Johnson, and oh no, Corey LaJoie is going to hit that fence. He got shoved out of the racing groove, and yeah. I mean, LaJoie's had a pretty decent race. He was in 2nd, got wrecked, but moved up to 9th. And Johnson is out. Do we need to throw a caution here? No, we don't. What happened to Johnson again? So after... He takes a little bit of a different racing line. And just... Too much accelerator off the corner. He was 12 laps down. In 7th. So the top 4 haven't completely died yet. Pretty impressive for it being 10 laps to go. I mean 10 minutes to go, I should say. Everyone else has died and had to tow. I think Palminard is actually still in pit road, fitting back crucial left side damage. So is yeah, many cars won't be able to rejoin the track. But Stenhouse is rolling along quite nicely. 13 laps down, yes, in 9th. But he is in 9th, which means it's going to be a good point stay for him. Good point stay for him if he doesn't overshoot any corners. Joey Gase, who we saw a bunch of mistakes from, holds on to 4th and holds on to that top 5. Cody Ware, who wrecked his teammates, is still somehow alive. I expected him to wreck out pretty early off his pit stop, but that's a pretty good car, and is in 13. And that's Austin Dillon, who was the leader, just came out of pit road. Hopefully he doesn't make any mistakes, but you never know. He's in 21st, 21 laps down. I mean, what we can conclude from this is that side drafting production was like, the AI in here, I mean, the AI in here is broken. I mean, they all drive very smoothly, as we see Landon Castle actually on track. But when they get side by side, they aren't battling. One of them just goes off track because they aren't in the preferred racing line. We have Hemrick here, Kyle Busch being held up by Ross Chastain. Who moves up to, oh no! Chris Buescher is wrecked out. He's on pit road. Who I believe is sharing a pit stop with 3 others. No, that's Matt Tiff. Chris Buescher, with no hood, is just retired from the race. On lap 37. Oh, he made contact with Ty Dillon, who just came out of pit road. It just sent it into the tire barriers. I'm actually going to see an onboard of that because that was just very bad timing for Buescher. Tried to save the car wouldn't turn after that. And yeah, that's just very unfortunate. But that means JJ Yaley. Oh, JJ Yaley wrecked out too. You've got to be kidding me. And I believe it's going to be another... No! He tried to... I guess he didn't want what happened to Buescher happen to him. But he just left too much space. And Yaley is going to tow it. Wow. So much drama happening here in the late stages of the race. Which means Hemrick is going to lead. And Hemrick's going to be the one laps ahead of everyone else. Like I said, this race is a race of survival. And if these AI cars can't survive, if some of these AI cars won't survive, they won't win. And that's what it comes down to. Now, in these last 5 minutes or so, Hemrick really needs to watch his tires. And watch out for people coming out of pit road. Because there's going to be people coming off of pit road just trying to get a couple extra laps in. Trying to get as many positions as they can. Like here, we just saw someone come out of pit road. But yeah, if that happens, if that doesn't happen as we see Truex stop, If no lap cars come out of the pit road at the wrong time, then he's gonna win this. I'm calling it. Sure, he's overshot, but second place is right ahead of him. Ross Chastain. And Chastain, although in the lead lap, yeah, he's being hunted down by Hemrick, who's obviously faster. So I'm surprised Eric Jones is back out on track. He's gonna head the pit road here. I'm gonna see what happened to the 19 of Truex. Because he was the car that interfered with someone else. I believe it was Yali, as we see. Oh, he was trying to avoid Stenhouse, who stopped. Yeah, that was a hard hit. But why was Stenhouse stopped in that position, as he's back in the top 10? Did he spin? Oh! Oh my gosh, the post to the Byron just spun him. On fresher tires, he was faster, and Stenhouse, I don't know. That seemed more like a racing incident. Yeah. And Truex trying to avoid Stenhouse, just... Hemrick chasing down Chastain to be the first ever winner that has lapped everyone. We are 42 minutes into this race, which means that there are 3 minutes plus a lap left. And, oh, Chastain's gonna let him by, but Chastain in the process saves it in front of Cody Ware while they make contact, and Cody Ware is gonna go off course. So Chastain, while letting... And Hemrick is stopped on the track. Oh my gosh, I think Chastain is gonna have to lead by the end of this, if I'm not mistaken. Unless he gets wrecked by competition. We don't know why Hemrick is stopped on the track, but it's clear that he's done. Ross Chastain has got to hope that these lap cars don't wreck him, or that nothing happens to him. Oh, and all 3 of those lap cars overshoot. Oh no! Oh my gosh, they just run into Promenade. All in the line. They just went off course. I knew Castle was gonna go off course, but wow, just synchronized spinning. Promenade couldn't tow it fast enough and got hit. I think Bernard's still in last actually. Yeah, he is. Came out of the pit road and overshot. As we see Larson and Newman also overspin it. Overshooted. As we see Haley back on track. He was the first car lap down. And we see Ross Chastain getting chased by Matt Tifft after inheriting the lead. Oh, and Tifft is gonna go over. What a terrible wreck. What complete clownery of this race. These AI do not deserve to be back at Lime Rock, as Tifft is gonna rejoin on track, thankfully in front of nobody. But we're gonna see why Daniel Hemrick stopped on track. Because I didn't see him hit anything. So Ross Chastain lets him by. Gets Cody Ware off track. And Promenade was slow. But he just overshot. That's all it came down to. Overshot, hit the tire barrier. And yeah. No contact. Just overshot. I would feel bad for him, but that's his own fault. And it's down to Ross Chastain to win this. 44-38. That means that there are 2 laps left. This race is about if Ross Chastain can survive these last 2 laps. And in fact, I think he's actually guaranteed the win anyways, because Hamilton's not going to make it back out on track. And the guy in 3rd is 4 laps down. And Chastain is going to take the white flag here. Just amazing. Ross Chastain. There were 4 cars by the 35th minute who haven't completely died. And Ross Chastain was the last of the 4, being 2 laps down from Chris Buescher. And then there was JJ Yaley and Daniel Hemrick, who both made JJ Yaley tried to give too much room to Truex. And Hemrick overshot and hit the wall, tire barrier, ending his race. And it's the survival of the fittest. It's what this race has come down to. And Ross Chastain, they call him the Watermelon Man, is going to win. No! He comes into pit road! Why is he in pit road? Oh, I guess that was the checker flag. Alright. And Chastain is going to win. Hemrick being 2 laps down finishes second. Yaley, Buescher, and Gase all get top 5s. Newman, Richard Childress Racing teammates Newman and Stenhouse both got 6th and 7th. Cody Ware, Ty Dillon, and Byron, who started on pole and just survived the rest of the race after he wrecked out into the top 10. And the rest of your leaderboard is going to be shown here. A bunch of people in the 20s, bunch of people in the 30s. Promenade and Daniel Suarez finished dead last. Yeah, I mean this was a this was worse than Watkins Glen. But yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for showing up and watching this race, if you would even call it that. And we will see you next time at Road America. Peace.